Hello, welcome. It's HardLore time. Oh, I love it.
I thought of it the second you said you were going to do that. I was like, well, I got him ready.
It's so good. But my room has changed a little bit since then.
A little bit. I'm in the next room.
You don't have a Peloton. I have a Peloton.
Yeah, I got all the same belts.
Exactly. Well, welcome. How's it going, Bo?
It's going really, really, really well. I'm feeling good. How was your Christmas?
It was lovely.
After I left?
It was pretty good. A lot of people were talking about not being in the spirit this year.
Really?
And I couldn't disagree more.
Yeah, I felt very festive.
Very spirited, it's festive. I was watching movies every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in it, honestly. I watched Home Alone last night.
Dude, I watched Home Alone 2 with my mom, and I realized how fucking funny it's so funny.
It's a very violent movie.
It's very violent, but there's like more like zingers.
Well, the zingers. Here's the thing. Where this is funny because we just spent an hour last week talking about Home Alone, but I don't think we even talked about the humor in Home Alone 2 is in like the references are done in in the first one it's kids are scared of the dark.
Yeah.
And then in the second one he hits him with kids are scared of the park.
Yeah.
Genius. No Home Alone this week, we swear. This episode is about 2022, the year, a retrospective. Good year?
Horrible 6 months. Incredible 6 months.
Goated last 6 months?
I mean, quite honestly, because of the show.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun and has been like really successful and like helpful and cool.
It's been a life-changing thing for both.
It's been without sounding too dramatic. But the first, because I started working at my current job in May. Mm-hmm. So those first 5 months of the year, I was still at this other place where I was quite literally the most depressed I've ever, like it was the worst. So we got a little bit of both this year.
Yeah.
A valley,
when did this show start? When
did
was
it
the
start?
first episode? May, June, April?
May, June. It was June.
What's interesting to me is, when HardLore started just a few months ago, it was not that we didn't think it was a podcast. We didn't consider it a podcast, which isn't that weird to think about?
Now it
was just like a Knotfest show.
Yeah.
And then by the third episode, somebody was like, "Love the pod" or something, and we were like, "Wait, was this a?
Is that what? Yeah.
Was this a podcast?"
Calling oneself a podcaster is certainly
gun to your head, gun to your mouth, gun to your ass. It doesn't feel good.
How was your year?
It was pretty fucking good, man. And again, a lot of that is thanks to the show. I got no complaints, really. Famine, war. I complain about those things.
Yeah.
Other than, like, personally, pretty... Can't ask for much more in terms of just kind of self-satisfaction in the span of a 12-month period. But what?
When did I genuinely cannot remember this year versus last year because it's really starting to blur.
Sure.
When did the God's Hate record come out?
March 2021.
Really?
Almost 2 years ago.
Holy shit. I thought for sure you were going to say March 2022.
No, it was almost 2 years ago. So the fact that we're kind of still riding on that is pretty insane to me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's the way it should be, we shouldn't have to write records every 1, 2, even 3 years. Like, no, we talk about Master Killer all the time, I'm not putting God's Hate on the pedestal of Master Killer because nothing is on that. Well, there's a few things. You know what? That's a whole other conversation.
Well, we got the time.
The master killers of each genre.
Ooh.
There's a few of them.
Genre killers.
But, Five Deadly Venoms comes up because it's like, oh, yeah, they put that out too, and it's also good. But Master Killer is good enough for them still to this day.
Yeah.
To just be booked anywhere in the world and, they're going to play that? Okay, let's give them X amount of money.
Or Satisfaction to fucking...
Satisfaction. That was 5 years.
5 years.
And then they followed up Perseverance real fast with Rise of Brutality, and it's like... fucking incredible. So that's the thing. I don't know that I've got a Rise of Brutality in me right now.
Oh, dude, we should bring that up. We were talking with Colin about hardcore bands and kind of adjacent.
With three great albums.
Yeah, more than two. Most hardcore bands have two.
It made us think like, damn, two is kind of...
And we were digging fucking deep.
Pretty deep, yeah. So what are yours? What if you're listening, what are your hardcore bands with more than two great albums?
Full album, yeah, no EPs.
Terror's the easy pick.
Terror's easy. AFI is easy.
Yeah, I mean, Hatebreed is very easy.
Super easy. But think about the bands we just said.
Yeah.
like you're talking some pretty well-known bands, and like there's not. I mean, like even Youth of Today, like
not a fucking chance.
You know, like my favorite bands.
Yeah,
we would say Chromax.
Yeah,
for sure. Colin, I don't think agreed.
No, he's the Best Wishes guy though.
That's right.
So that's respect to that. I liked to hear that. What were we talking about?
About writing
Master
records
Killer.
every few years. Yeah, Master Killer.
Yeah. Just I don't think every band should have to be forced to play this game of like we got to put out a single to keep our monthly listeners up. It's a fake metric.
Yeah,
money's the only metric that matters. If you're like realistically, if you're filling rooms and people are buying your stuff, you're succeeding.
Yeah, like everyone in bands will look at streaming numbers and like Instagram and Twitter followers or whatever and be like, oh, okay. But then when it's like, oh, they sold out this room, it's like, or they're playing over this band on this fest. It's like, oh, okay.
It's and really that's streaming is a fake metric.
It really, dude. A perfect example is Cannibal Corpse. They have relatively low streaming numbers.
And they're the headliner.
And they're the headliner, the biggest death metal band.
They smoke everybody.
They're fucking huge, you know?
Yeah. Some bands, like Harm's Way streaming numbers are astronomical.
For not having put anything out in a minute, they're really amazing. Good. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have any, like Be Harder isn't even at 1 million streams. Mm-hmm. But I'll sell some shirts, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
Who
you
cares?
Guys,
doesn't matter.
You're right.
Truthfully, doesn't matter. Matt, this is a fun topic. Before 2022, before we really crack this nut, what are the master killers of each genre?
Give me a genre. Like, what do you
like? Okay, so Oi, Shock Troops is the master killer of Oi.
Yeah.
Some would say master killer is the Shock Troops of metallic hardcore, but I say otherwise.
Like thrash.
Of thrash, yeah. I mean, the master killer of thrash is Rain and Blood.
Rain and Blood?
Yeah. The master killer of death metal is like it's like Covenant. Probably Covenant or something.
Oh, okay.
Or Pierce from Within.
Okay.
Or Destroy the Opposition.
Okay.
Some would say Master Killer is the Destroy the Opposition.
I was going more Bolt Thrower. Bolt Thrower is such a funny band to call a death metal band, you know, because they're like kind of not, but they are.
Yeah, they're epic. There's not a single blast to be in sight though. Yeah, they can do that all day. They can go. That's as fast as they go. Yeah, but it is what it is, you know.
What's the master killer of pop?
Probably Thriller.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. That's
Thriller's the master killer of pop music.
What about like 90s pop? Like after Michael Jackson's like his heyday really never ended, but you know what I mean.
90s pop. What was the best 90s pop record? 90s was very single driven.
Maybe Oasis?
That's rock. That's Brit.
They would call themselves a Brit pop band.
Yeah, I guess
sure.
So. Yeah, but no, because Liam and Noel are all about fucking rock and roll, mate. You know, fuck you, Jog On, you fucking wank. You fucking wank.
Jog On is my favorite.
They're rock and roll. Jog On is good. Yeah, I would say, honestly, this is something I've said many times on the record. Acquiesce, an Oasis B-side.
Oh.
I guess it's kind of not a B-side. It's like a single that's not on an album. But I think it's the best straight up rock and roll song ever written.
What about classic rock?
You think-
That's actually a tough one.
Like
What's
the master killer of classic
rock. For me, I would say my immediate go-to is "Houses of the Holy" by Led Zeppelin. That's that's the one.
Is that the one with all the tracks on it?
It's got no like usually 1 or 4. I think is considered. Like,
Yo, here it is. If this is considered classic rock,
okay.
the master killer of classic rock is 1984.
Oh.
I would actually consider 1984 the master killer of music.
Ooh.
Yeah. of all encompassed genres.
What's the
1984 master killer right
of
here.
music.
It's 1984 by Van Halen. Am I wrong?
I mean, I guess not.
No, not really.
Have we ever talked about the Dimebag?
Yeah, we have.
The guitar thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's buried with it.
I almost bought 5150 yesterday. I went record shopping. I got Heaven and Hell,
Nice.
and I got the Ted Nugent record with Stranglehold on it. Because you know what?
Yeah. What can you do?
It goes. What do you do?
It do. You almost bought. So you're going for like second singer type shopping.
Yeah.
Like, I got Heaven and Hell. I might as well get 5150.
They had Mob Rules too. I should have gotten that.
That's good. Dehumanizer's my favorite.
Dude, Dio Sabbath is
incredible.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, there's like more pound for pound, more riffs per track. They were like, all right, Ozzy's gone. I'm gonna play some fucking riffs.
Yeah, man.
Badass.
I'm going through like a Dio thing right now, and it's hitting.
Dude, I was just days ago.
Really?
I went through the whole Dio Sabbath discog. Had the best day. Anyway, 2022.
Yeah.
2022 started with FYA for me last year, where on stage I discovered that Bob Saget died. Devastating.
You know,
Crushing
were you
loss.
a Full House kid?
Huge.
Really? Okay.
Huge, dude.
I wasn't.
Oh.
For some reason. I don't know if I was like too old, like a little bit too old, where I was like, oh, that's for girls, or something stupid. I was definitely into Family Matters and like Home Improvement and shit.
You were Home Improvement over Full House?
Well, dude, you got to think about the rock block.
Yeah.
It was Power Rangers, Simpsons, Home Improvement, Simpsons, Seinfeld, King of the Hill.
Yeah, that's a good block.
Like, I'm not touching that dial.
Full House was just on. The second I got home from school, it was like Full House, Boy Meets World in syndication. So that's
Boy
like
Meets World.
Boy Meets World is caviar.
Did you watch Nickelodeon shows?
Yeah, of course.
I loved Pete.
Mostly
and Pete.
the animated stuff.
Yeah. But like Real Monsters, Angry Beavers.
Cat Dog. Hey
Dude,
Arnold.
loved Cat Dog.
Doug.
Loved Doug.
Yeah, Doug is great.
Doug was fucking amazing.
Fucking Roger Klitz, dude.
Patty Mayo, I didn't fuck with her.
So sexy, Patty Mayo, right?
Disgusting.
Oh, right, yeah, because
I wouldn't even talk to her.
No, she's hot as fuck.
Jog on, Patty.
Okay, so 2022 kept going. FYI was awesome. We'll be there next week. There.
Very exciting.
Wow.
How about that?
Good segue. We'll see you all there. We're very excited.
If you guys look at the lineup, see who you want us to talk to. If there's some suggestions, whatever. We wing these things. We should probably stop.
Oh.
It's better that way.
We're keeping the punk spirit in the show.
Dude, I would love to talk to Mina.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
I got an in there. I'll hit her up.
Yeah,
she knows. She knows I've been ripping her off for 10 years now. So that'll be cool. We'll see.
I've never seen Life of Agony, so I'm
me
pretty excited. Really?
To the point where how naughty do I get at this show that I'm working at the same time?
Probably not that naughty.
I don't know.
Fun naughty.
Like singing and jumping?
Just having a little fun. But there's going to be a couple hits.
Gonna be parts, and then they're playing the whole album.
Are they really? They're playing all. Oh man.
Yeah.
Whew, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
You not seeing that is almost like me never seeing Metallica. Almost.
It's very similar. Like they're one of my Metallicas for sure. There's
Who's the Metallica of Master Killer?
Life of Agony. This is fun. This is a fun one.
So that'll be fun.
Biggest other than that, what's funny is FYA January, LDB I think is like April or something, but March, the Batman hits.
Oh man,
That was a highlight of the year.
I watched it just the other night, like a week ago.
It's
After I got back from
insane.
LA, dude. Great.
There's like 10 moments throughout the movie when you're rewatching it where you just go, "Oh my god, this part."
Yeah. I don't know who figured out the Nirvana song to work so well with the composition,
Michael
but like
Giacchino did.
Oh really? It's quite literally genius.
It's genius.
It's so good. Yeah, I was watching it on the plane and then finished it when I got home. My only complaint. That's a thick bitch of a movie.
It should be though, because there's like it's kind of like 3 parts. You know, the Riddler stuff starts it, and then it
Yeah.
goes into the Carmine Falcone stuff,
Yeah.
and then bookends with the Riddler stuff.
Yeah.
Love that, and I hope that whatever the second one is not Joker right away, and that the Joker can stay this kind of like mysterious figure.
Oh, I love
in-
the Hannibal Lecter vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love
keep that. Keep him in
Yeah.
a prison cell for a whole other movie, and then let him break out in the post credits.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
I love the score. I love everything about it.
I started watching Dune this year. I know it didn't come out this year, but that was a big movie for me.
Yeah, you just watched it a lot.
I watched it one night. You know, once I started living alone, I like made my apartment really my own.
Sure.
I made everything really nice and cozy. And I went through like a thing where I was just like watching movies, like sitting down, watching a movie. It's not, I usually am playing a game and then have something on.
That's me every
I
day.
sat and watched Dune. I also watched Dune with a VR headset
Why?
and headphones on just to do it. I got really nauseous.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Sold it.
You want to be on Arrakis? What's your
so
sleep?
hot?
What's your sleep movie lineup?
Sleep movie.
Like, what do you put on things to go to bed?
I put on I put on one of my, I've never mentioned it on our show, but there's a podcast called Death is Just Around the Corner that is a lot about kind of conspiracies, but like confirmed ones. So it's like, here's what the Tet Offensive really was. Here's what
That's
Operation
what you sleep to?
Northwoods really was. His name is Michael Judge. He's got a very monotone voice, and it's very easy to fall asleep to. And he's got a 5-part series on the JFK assassination, and he just came out with a 6th one. Woo.
How are there 6 parts on that?
Dude, listen. You gotta listen. You tell me.
There's a grassy knoll. Texas was the reason. That's all you need to know.
You ever been there?
Yeah, I've been to Texas. Yeah. I've driven. I've driven through the spot before. It feels eerie.
But have you been
Irie.
to the fence?
No.
You go to the fence, and there's like nothing but graffiti, and it's like, this is where it was, like arrows, like all this shit, and you kind of line it up, and you go, oh. It's very telling.
Like, you don't think that they could have made the shot?
It becomes really apparent when you think of that clip. And
Why
when
don't you turn
think-
your fucking Roomba off back there? Or something?
He's vacuuming. It's finishing right now. You can hear that?
Yes. It's gone.
Yeah, I muted my mic.
You're right, bad. Tell him to stop. Don't do this. We'll do this any other time.
Dude, we just fucked around for
I
an
know.
hour and a half. He's got a schedule to keep.
Well,
right,
he can.
he's done.
Let him take a break. All right.
All right. Sorry, I didn't think you could never hear anything else, so I didn't think you'd be able to hear that. But anyway,
Clear as day.
you could kind of line it up and like imagine the clip that you've seen and blah blah blah, and it's like, oh yeah, that's where you got shot from for sure. It's crazy.
That's pretty wild.
It's one of my favorite like American history eras. It's so.
So that's the only thing you go to sleep to?
I'll put on
Headphones or raw?
raw. Well, since I'm living alone, I'll just go raw. But yeah, I used to wear headphones. But I'll put on another hardcore history, Dan Carlin, and listen to some brutal shit. I like boring things to fall asleep to. If I have the TV on, I'm going to stay up.
I mean, so I used to go to sleep to the Office was like a pacifier for me. You know, I hear the theme song, I'm out.
What's your favorite Christmas episode of The Office? I thought of this today.
Benihana, 100%.
Benihana.
Yeah.
I like the one where he buys 15 bottles of vodka.
Season 2. It's just season 2 though, so it's like they haven't figured it out.
They haven't cracked it yet.
No.
But I
do like that it kind of ends and everybody's having a good time. You know?
I love when Toby's like, we're really not so zip it, Toby.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Like that.
Season 3 though is like they figured it. They
That's
figured
when
it
it
all
starts.
out. Yeah.
3 to 6 is when that show, or even 7 is when that show is really, really rocking.
7?
What else happened this year after the Batman?
You didn't ask me what I fall asleep to.
What do you fall asleep to, Colin?
So fucking rude. Well, anyway, now Lana picks. So mostly it's like the Barbie Nutcracker, or what else is she? She's
like every night.
No, not every night with the Barbie Nutcracker. December, I got to go to sleep to Muppets Christmas Carol a lot, which was
that's fine. Yeah,
I was eating
complaints.
good in December, but yeah, a lot of times it's the fucking Barbie Nutcracker. Man. It's a rough life, but you know,
when
fair trade.
When Casey and I still lived together, she would play like weird, like ambient classical and just have it under her pillow raw. But I would have headphones in.
Fair.
You know, whatever helps you sleep. On tour, I do it with
Can't
headphones too. Have to.
You can sleep with headphones in? Like
Pods.
buds?
Buds, but only on one side, you know, because I sleep on my side.
But then that fucks up your equilibrium or something.
Nah, I'm fine.
How are you though? I don't know.
For those of you, I haven't talked about it, but I figured out my sickness, and it's because of this, I think, automatic neti pot thing that I got. So if anyone suffers from, they call it airplane ear.
That's what you got?
Apparently.
Bro, I'm still sick from Boston. You think I got the same thing?
I think, well, I mean, while we were talking to Colin, I remember swallowing and going, uh-oh. Like while the interview was going on. And then we ate afterwards and swallowing was starting to bug me. And then the next morning I was fucked.
So my throat never hurt. I just got the like, you know, the snotties.
Fucking cleanse yourself, dude.
How?
In the waters of Dr. Mini.
Oh, okay. All right. So 2022, what happened? LDB was right after that. That was fucking incredible. That's coming up. We'll be there.
Yeah, that is coming up. I really didn't do a whole lot this year until we started doing stuff. Harm's Way went to our undisclosed location and we were very busy. And a lot of practicing. But I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do shit.
I saved your life is what you're saying.
You saved my life. You changed my life.
I did.
This and all of you listening has genuinely
absolutely. It's really like doing the show. We could have done this to an echo chamber and been like, it's fun to do. But the people listening to it and responding to it, and like this is the example I use. During the Sound and Fury episode, you mentioned that we have 400 followers.
Wow.
And there's like 4,000 now on the Instagram. That was
the end.
That's crazy. That's
the
10
end
times.
Of August. Yeah.
That was, or was that end of August or beginning of August?
I think it was the end of August because I missed a wedding September 9th. Because I got sick.
I don't think it was, but that's fine. That's neither here nor there. Either way, the growth, the provable growth is pretty surreal. We got some ads coming. I'm sorry.
You're right. July 21st.
I know.
Or 31st.
It's fine.
Yeah. It's been crazy. Boy.
You like any records this year?
I'm really trying to like think of like shit that I did, and I've had a pretty quiet year up until we started. The High Vis record I really like a lot. That for sure. I was trying to think of like, okay, what came out this year? Like what do we got? The High Vis record is one for sure that I've been enjoying a lot. It sounds very, very Oasis-y. I hope they don't mind me saying so. But like in the best way.
They're British, right?
In like the most fun way though. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like the attitude of Oasis, if that makes sense.
Like, I feel like that's like being told you sound like Master Killer, you know? Like, oh no.
Water break.
Water hive mind.
Yeah. What came out this year that you like?
I like the Age of Apocalypse record.
Oh yeah.
I forget that was this year because I've had it for so long. The Gridiron record, obviously, I love. I'll go to bat for that. I'll be spin kicking in small quarters for that for years to come. What else do I like? Tribal Gaze. I just said the same thing last time we talked about this, but yeah.
I don't know.
This is the first year I've just had doing this show has given me kind of no time to do anything else.
I know.
Weirdly,
we're really.
It doesn't
busy.
seem like a lot of work. We talk for 2 hours a week, and then I edit it. But man,
there's like you guys. We fucked around for an hour and a half before we started with audio stuff, camera stuff. Colin got a capture card. This whole thing. It's just like
buttery smooth.
Smooth as butter.
Feeling good. Should we go to the like Twitter stuff, or should we should we go through our recollections of the year first, or we're kind of caught up?
We're kind of caught up. I think I went to a bunch of shows. I saw a bunch of friends. I saw Code Orange and Dying Wish. Saw Vane with Touche.
Nice.
Both at the Metro, weirdly.
Nice.
And like that was, I remember I get the envy feeling, you know, where it's like, oh man,
I want to miss the gig.
Yeah, I miss it. And For the Children felt really, really good.
See, that's the thing. Like I felt that when you were playing.
Yeah, right.
I was like, damn, I don't get to fucking play this stage. That's crazy. This is like the sickest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
It was really fun.
It's very good.
Glad we got
that's somebody asked about that, so we'll touch on that. Let's see. The first one is Harry's House. Is that Harry Styles? Fuck him. I don't know. I don't know shit about him. The whole hardcore guys doing shoegaze thing. Who's doing shoegaze?
I suppose they probably mean like the grunge shit. I don't think it's like shoegaze.
That's just not. It's not new.
No, not at all. Like
here's my stance here. People talk about hardcore guys doing shoegaze, hardcore guys doing death metal.
Yeah.
Shoegaze fans who then go to make shoegaze music enter the genre with one perspective. Death metal fans who only listen to death metal and write death metal enter the genre with one perspective. Mm-hmm. They've never fucking heard or deciphered the way songs are written outside of their own little bubble. Mm-hmm. Hardcore people who like these songs that are fucking 90 seconds, 60 seconds, 15 seconds, who apply that. Death metal songs are fucking long a lot of the time. There's 8 parts too many that don't need to happen. They don't understand the what versus the why.
We were just talking about this with Dying Fetus.
Dying Fetus understands the why versus the what. Why do we do this part here? Why wouldn't we stop the song here? They get it. Not very few bands get it. The why is more important than the what. It don't matter how crazy, how technical your riff is. If in my mind I'm thinking, why would they be doing this here? Or like there has to be an intention behind the riff. Even subconsciously, you have to be like, oh, that they're doing that because this thing is gonna be crazy after or something. Yeah. But anyway,
composition is what we're saying.
Composition. I have no issue with hardcore people playing music from other genres because they enter it with A, the hardcore ethos, and B, the perspective from a hardcore listener. I
think, speaking to the ethos too, like you as someone who maybe has played in bands or gone to shows or done shows or whatever, you realize how, I'm going to say easy. I don't mean easy. I just mean how uncomplicated it can be to put a show together, to put a band together. You know, if you can make something a thing that people just want to be at, you can have a cool show. Yeah. So I think like you can, like you said, play literally any genre. I mean, think about from like Youth Code to Title Fight to Nails to fucking God's Sake. Like it doesn't really matter. And we've talked about this a million times, but like, yeah, you can, I think there's always going to be trends. There's always going to be like certain styles that are more popular than others for sure. But it's anytime you get people listening to aggressive music and get people in a room, I think it's like a net positive.
100%. Well said. Ignite put out their first record with Eli on vocals. Anyway, Definitely some gear. Always wondering what you guys are using. What are we using, Bowen?
For the children was my first.
Okay, Bleeding, unbelievable track. Right?
I got nothing.
Bleeding!
I got nothing.
Bleeding! I got tracks, but Zoli, to me, Zoli is the band.
Yeah, he's like the guy, right?
He's the guy.
We played one show with them and not Bigwig, Death by Stereo.
Oh.
In Germany. It was Ignite, Death by Stereo, Harm's Way.
Wow, the homie Paul Miner, dude.
Yeah. They were really cool, actually, Death by Stereo. We played like a theater, and in the basement was like all the costumes, all the wardrobe. And we were all, because it was like a theater. So they were like stock, like wardrobe.
I thought you were saying Death by Stereo's costumes.
No, we all put on like British Army like red coat uniforms. They were like goofballs. It was cool. They were one of the first bands I like ever got into in 6th grade.
Wow.
Anyway,
makes sense.
For the Children was the first time I was using this quad Cortex setup with a Seymour Duncan 700 watt power amp. If you have more questions about that, you can hit me up directly because Colin.
I think they're talking. Are they talking music gear or
are they talking this gear?
I don't know.
Well, we're roaded out. We're on steroids, dude.
Yeah.
We're
open to competitors.
Yeah, for sure. But
now
we're roaded out right now.
Yo, let's take this moment.
Okay.
To shout out Jason.
Jason.
Our buddy Jason, who no longer works for Rode, is the man. He's the reason
you said it. He legitimized the show to an extent.
He is the reason that the show looks, and I mean, in a way, sounds good.
Yeah.
Truly, like him by himself.
Yeah.
Provided us with what we needed to make this a real thing. So thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
Our loyalty to Rode ends with you. We will go to the highest bidder. Shout out to Shure, Sennheiser, Hale. Hale's got good stuff.
Oh.
We're open. I'm gonna put my fucking SM7B back up here.
Audio Technica.
Yeah, we'll just send it our way.
Come.
We're Jason loyalists above and above all things.
So yeah, I guess if you're talking for podcast stuff, Colin has been using a Sony ZV-1
E10.
Oh,
E10.
My apologies. And I have the ZV-1F.
Yes.
Which I got. This is the first episode with it, so if it looks good, this is why. And then a bunch of lights. We both got the fucking Elgato. That's also new for me. I had some pretty janky stuff before.
You did.
We're looking good. We're feeling good. We're smelling.
Feeling good, Lewis. Smelling all right now.
I smell really good. But. You know, that's my favorite compliment in the world.
What?
If anyone ever tells me like, "Oh, you smell good," I remember the moment.
Yeah, it's a good moment.
It's my favorite.
And that for me stems from Elizabeth Feiner in 6th grade telling me that I smell funny in front of the whole class.
Oh no!
So it was like I don't want to smell funny anymore. What do I do?
Yeah, what do I do? I get Polo Sport, or I get the Michael Jordan cologne, and I douse myself in that. Yeah.
Yo, Harm's Way cologne with the Bulls logo on it.
That'd be so sick.
Huge. I like the Guilty Gucci one, the Johnny Depp one.
That one is that. I think I have
trial.
I think I have that actually.
The black bottle?
No, it's a different Gucci then.
Oh, okay.
I have a few pretty nice scents.
There's a couple guilties, but there's the black bottle one I specifically like.
Shout out Tom Ford, Ode Wood. That's my guy.
Sure. The lack of a new Harm's Way album, somebody asked about.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
You're going to wait a little while. That's what you're going to do.
Somebody asked about recording the theme of HardLore.
That was all Colin.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of the legwork is Colin. Mm-hmm. I yelled one take. He put it in there.
It's a great take.
But hey, in like a week, we'll be able to talk about, we could talk about it now. It doesn't really matter. But in a week, we'll be able to, something that I was able to do is fucking Manscaped, which is cool.
Yeah.
We can talk about it now. We don't have, our promotion stuff doesn't start yet. But when you're hearing this, the following week, the 5th, is when it starts.
So,
and we'll
so
get you.
the week after this,
Yeah, the week after this.
Manscaped.com code HardLore.
So
don't do it yet.
Just start planning for the. Yeah,
do
don't do
it
it yet.
next week and then put it in. We get a couple people to use that code. We're signing our souls away. Long term deal.
Just a single digit amount of people.
That's right. That's all we need.
But yeah, so like that's cool. You know, like there's other stuff that obviously goes on, but a lot of the legwork is Mr. Young.
We're busy. The thumbnails, most of it for all the minis. I got to make those the fucking morning of. I got to upload those. I got to write the fucking descriptions for those. This guy's sound asleep, wakes up and goes, "Oh, good clip." I'm like, you fucking cocksucker. Yeah, no, the theme song though was very like spur of the moment thing. It was like, I guess we should have a theme song, and boy, am I glad we did that.
Yeah,
because that was another thing. We're right on, very early on. It was like, okay, we're treating this like a real thing.
Aha,
You know?
I see what you're saying. Did you play that or did you program that?
That's program.
Gotcha.
So, and somebody pointed out that it's like a Youth of Today intro or something.
Not that I know of. And I know
Somebody
them
said
all.
it was or something, fucking trial or something.
Ding. It's
Like
kind of
other than the ding, like
Yeah.
somebody said that
that's
was
like all I hear is
no.
Hatebreed.
That's
No, I know,
that's that. And that was really just because I was having so much fun programming at that time that I was like, I'm just gonna do a cool fill. And then I just entered a bunch of things and then moved a couple of them.
Yeah. Oh, I played the little riff too, the little solo.
I love
That was me channeling Marauder.
Yeah, it's great.
That's all it was trying to do. You
It's
know?
a great theme song. People love it. We got to do the full version.
Oh God.
Put it up online. Mystery pit firework during God's Hate 818 breakdown. Yeah, we don't know how that got there.
But I do remember it. I visibly
That created some
see
issues because Martine, the guy who booked the show, is on the stage playing with the band. Where the people at the venue are like, "Yo, did you do this?" And he's like, "No, I swear to God, I don't know."
Yeah.
And they're just like, "Okay, how did they get this in? We have security."
Dude, do you know about treasure maps at fests?
What?
This is insane and kind of cool, but also kind of scary. People will, like, for example, Riot Fest. They know it's in this huge park.
Where people are like burying bombs.
So I wonder if maybe that happened or if security just didn't catch it.
Yeah, so they for sure just didn't catch it.
Because that happened at Virginia Beach on a Warped Tour during our set, during our last song. There was like a ton of fireworks.
Weird. Best meal of the year.
Wow. We're about to actually, so James' birthday is the 2nd, and we're going out to
Doesn't
eat
count.
in 2 days. Well, we're
count.
going out to eat in 2 days.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Where are you
29th. A place called, it's called like the French version of beef, so it's like boeuf, but it's actually really close to here. It's like very fancy kind of steakhouse. Not French, it's just the...
Nah, I'm just kidding. Best meal. Wow, that's a great question.
That is a great question. Dude, honestly, Colin, the McDonald's the first night in Birmingham,
That was very special.
it was just special. You know, it was very fond, very
Because
fun.
neither of us were at home. You know? It was like, was that the first one
Yeah.
we traveled to together to do, Furnace Fest? That
Yeah.
coverage begins next week, by the way.
Oh, cool. Fun.
Start rolling out those Furnace Fest videos. That was that felt good. You know, Brittany was there, my best bud. That was very special.
That was fun. So it's not that the meal. The meal was
I mean, it was dynamite.
it was impeccable.
You kidding me? Yeah, perfect.
But it was the circumstances certainly added to it.
That feels like a very Andrew Baker answer to me.
Yeah,
Former merch guy to the stars, Harm's Way and Switching Tongues, where no matter where we were, if we were at Trujillo's, a fucking steakhouse, anything, he would go to McDonald's across the street and then after go, best meal all tour.
Speaking of Trujillo, he was at For the Children.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
I don't know. I didn't get a moment.
You should have had a moment.
I should have had a moment. I blame John. Obviously.
100% on John. John, if you're listening, that's on you.
That's on you, brother.
Favorite wrestling match of the year?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably MJF with the Regal turn.
That was you liked that? I was there.
Yeah, I know. I saw a picture of you in shock. I know you loved it.
I
Don't
did, but do you think that was better than the dog collar?
No, not better, but like I differentiate between like what is like objectively like, oh, this is
okay. You're saying okay, so you're going at favorite.
But like I've never seen a managerial turn quite like that. Like that was such a cool dynamic.
It's less cool to me now in retrospect.
Fair. Very fair.
Knowing that it was like some bullshit contractual thing. I don't like that. Oh, I guess I didn't talk about it. I did a bunch of wrestling songs this year.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool. Let me get into the lore in that a little bit.
Yeah.
The hard lore. So that started with when Tom Malachi Black left WWE, they started tagging Brody and Tom as the Kings of the Black Throne. And in PWG. So they were like, could you write a song for us to use at PWG next week? Like that was really it. It was like, I don't know how to do this, but I will. So that I learned how to program drums to do that. Like I bought the Kurt pack, had never really done it before. Like the God's Hate record was the last big creative thing I had done. And there was no demos for that. It was all just like, we did pre-production one time.
Oh yeah, that's
for
right.
like 3 songs, and then the rest was whatever.
So crazy to me.
So I had to do something. I didn't have time to like record drums with Taylor, so he was like, "You should get the Kurt pack because it sounds really good."
Yeah,
and nobody will know it's programmed. And I don't know if that's true, but
well, I literally asked you if you played the intro to our theme song because I genuinely I don't know. I know you have an electronic kit, you know.
Yeah.
So. Just goes to show you performance versus programming can be
really close. Very similar now. Yeah. But I mean, obviously you can't beat the real thing.
Yeah.
But you can get fucking close. So that after doing the Kings of the Black Throne one, there was no like release for that song or anything because there was no video of the entrance. There was no need for it. Because PWG stuff is so hard to track down. You have to buy the DVD.
Yeah.
And then we like Brody was like, okay, what do I use as my thing? Do I just use Be Harder or do we were going to chop and screw like part of the Violence Unlimited intro or like the God's Hate intro. And then we decide like, hey, this is the hit song on the record. Let's go with that. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is awesome. To this day, every time it happens, I'm like, yeah. And then I get the call that's like, hey, could Kings of the Black Throne be ready for TV in like a week? So then I had Taylor do like an actual mix.
Yeah.
And it's like became a real thing. That was like this perfect storm of things. I had Lana do the intro.
Oh yeah, right.
And that one happening kind of led to the rest of them. The Wardlow one was after that. The Julia one was where I got to really flex my whiskers a little there.
Yeah.
But
Emma killed it.
So at the same time, Emma, shout out to Emma who absolutely crushed that. At the same time, it like I might be retired from that world, you know? Just because it's so much work. And I'm sure it's not as much work for people who do it like for a living and because it's like not a thing that like if I get paid for it, it's the wrestlers being like, here you go, thanks. So, but it's like it's such a niche creative world,
and really hard to kind of really get into.
Hard to get into, and like it's a miracle that I made it in because
you had a whole leg in the door, and it was
I got a leg in the door, but at the same time, I'm not gonna fight for that spot.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna arm wrestle with the guy to be like, give me your job. It's his job.
Totally.
And it's such a small world musically that like that Julia song easily could have been like the first new Twitching Tongue song, you know? Musically, it very well could have been that.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, it's like this song for this thing that will be big in its own way, but not in a way that really I can do anything with down the road, other than like doing more wrestling songs, you know? So that's why the Wardlow one that's gone, maybe you'll hear a new version of that at some point for something else.
So back to you said the dog collar match, and it made me think of the Briscoes FTR Final Battle.
Oh, dude, all three of those.
Yeah. But the one the other night was like it was hard to watch.
Yeah.
You know, that one was really cool. That was really good.
I would shout out any of those for match of the year.
Was Brody's debut this year?
Yeah, January.
It was January.
That was very special.
That was incredible.
Any of the Darby ones could be Brody Darby. Could be my
dude.
match
The
of the
fucking the choke.
Yeah, that was like I hate that got spoiled for me because that would have just been the most special thing to witness live. Him winning got spoiled for me.
Oh,
it was a taped thing, and he purposely didn't tell me, but he was trending after it happened. Like after the Wednesday taping. I would have loved to have seen it and just witness it without knowing. But any of those matches, the whole Darby like singles feud was really hit the spot for your boy.
Hit your spot, bro.
I'm personally, you know.
Yeah. Who's your favorite wrestler in AEW? Right
Jamie
now?
Hayter.
Yeah, dude, we are haters, right?
We're
here.
haters, dude.
You know what? I will say, actually, like as frustrating as that storyline was with like the back and forth with Britt and stuff, because we were so ready.
Yeah,
we were so ready with the Toni Storm thing. When she won, that felt really good. Felt really, really good.
And now she's going on and having the best women's matches the company's ever had.
The other night against Sheeta, she did like the power bomb and then lifted her again, right, for the finish. Did you could hear the audience gasp?
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
It's awesome. She's putting on. She's the GOAT. She's the best. Best thing they got right now. What else we got here?
Big fan.
They asked something else. Let's see. Things you hope get left behind in 2022.
Huh.
Stop crawling on the stage during hardcore bands. I'm gonna squish your fucking head like a grape.
Like a little bug.
Like a grape.
There is a level of, we've talked about this. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I really think that anytime anyone is taking away from the band to be like, look at me, is bullshit. And that goes for my band, anyone's band that's not just like, don't do this during harm's way. Like, I just think like.
There's a difference between like having a good time, enjoying yourself, and it like the Euro crowds who do the like rowboat thing.
Yeah.
You're killing me. I'm dying as you're doing that. Like
the bands ask for it. Like Amon Amarth asks for that. They say like, roll brothers, and like that's what they do.
Because they're fucking pirates or whatever. So that makes sense. You know?
Okay. But you're saying just like
I'm a guy, I'm not a pirate. I've never pirated anything.
People have rowed to your bands?
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Barbecue Beach Fest, Germany or something. They are rowing.
Germany, known for barbecue and beaches.
And beaches, and I guess rowing.
Definitely seen like push-ups in the pit, which is just like, okay, cool.
See that I'm not pro push-up,
but it's not as bad.
It's not as bad to me because that's like this music makes me want to do a push-up, you know, and that's
yeah. Much
like fighting. I'm not psyched that you're taking away from the performance, you know, but I'm glad to know that this is what the music I've written makes you want to do.
Especially Temptation by Harm's Way.
Dude, that was did we talk about that at all?
No, not really.
So
maybe a little bit in one of the minis, but not.
Holy God. Harm's Way like purposefully plays Temptation in the middle to create kind of a lull.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You tell me.
What'd you say?
You tell me. It's like that was with intention, right?
It was very much intentional to create like a bit of a valley, a little breather, and for us too, you know, because it's like chill for all of us to play, kind of, except for Casey. He's busy the whole time, but and it's just like a fun dude. That was the song where on Cannibal Corpse we played it for like a week and then we cut it and replaced it with Mind Control because we thought like, oh, the metal crowd's not really digging it. And then on the last day in the green room, Alex from Cannibal Corpse was like, oh yeah, you guys stopped playing Temptation. Why'd you do that? And we were like, oh my God. So it's just like, yeah, now it's just like, well, if we feel like it, let's fucking, that song rock.
And then you played it at the lit ass hardcore fest, and there was, I wouldn't call it a fight.
It was a brawl.
It was a battle.
A battle.
You created a battle.
Not even during the heavy part.
No, it was the shoegaze part.
Yeah.
You guys are just going, and they're just fucking like,
yeah, that was really weird. And I don't.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was badass. I loved it.
And we didn't stop because you could see security. I mean, everybody at For the Children was awesome. Like everybody working, security was all over everything. Everybody was cool. So it was
Never
fun.
Stop. I'm not in. God, this is
Astro World, dude.
Astro World fucked everything because now everybody's like, this guy's elbow he bumped it. Stop playing.
And plus, also, like, I don't want to get Nate in heat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if the promoter is like a friend of yours, like, you gotta kind of have to consider that, I think. But he would like say, Nate would be like, don't fucking stop. So.
It's tough conversation to have because on one hand, it's hardcore music. You know?
Right.
How many times? I've been knocked out 2 or 3 times, probably.
Have you really?
Cold.
Wow.
All of them, I was under 18. And the terror did not stop, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not like, why the fuck didn't Terror stop?
Terror did one of my favorite things during their set.
What's that?
They stopped because someone got hurt. And when they went back, they just went, like they all just went right back into it. The first tour we ever did with Terror during Spit My Rage, someone dove, got hurt, got taken out, and like 10 minutes later, they kind of just went and just went straight. They
probably have contingency plans for stopping.
It's just funny how they know they just know like the part, and it just takes the energy level immediately, if not more.
Yeah, it's badass. I think there's a time and place to stop.
Yeah.
I don't think a fight is an appropriate place to stop. I get the Josta perspective of like, hey, I don't want to get sued. Mm-hmm. But like, Momentum ain't getting sued for if somebody's fighting for the children. You know, somebody's getting beat up, but that's all.
Yeah.
It's like a corpse. When you look out and you just see a corpse on the ground, maybe stop. But in the end, but it's like it kills the vibe. I don't like a person who is like visibly very new to hardcore going on stage when that happens and being like, "Stop the show!"
Yeah,
it's not. It's fucking just like that was happening during Living Weapon at the pre-show at Midnight Hour. Like a person just on stage, like in front of John, being like, "Stop!"
Wow.
Like I'm never gonna stop for you.
Yeah.
It's not you. This has nothing to do with you. I'm not listening to you. You don't work here. I don't know you. You know?
Yeah. And surely we know their hearts are in the right place, but they don't. There is a level of danger and fun and adrenaline that's mixed in with seeing this kind of music and blah blah blah. So I get that. We've definitely stopped for like visibly broken limbs.
Absolutely.
Pools of blood. Like
again, that's what the person on stage is maybe trying to tell you.
Yeah.
But 99% of the time, it's not that bad.
It's not. Yeah. You're right.
We've all been concussed. And that's, I don't want to sound like where it's like, well, my life fucking sucked.
Yeah.
So yours should too. Because it's not, but it's, the reality is it's most of the time not that bad.
Yeah. I can't think of, there was one time ever at a Rumble in Chicago during trial, a kid dove and he's still paralyzed to this day. And that was bad.
That was one time.
That was one time in 20 years of going to shows.
I know Trials ass stopped.
Yeah, they stopped.
I know fucking Trials stopped. I know Greg had some shit to say about it. Actually.
And I will say, it was Shane's fest, and I was right by him when it all happened. And I watched him grab a briefcase and sigh, because like now there's a whole. So I don't know. I'm very torn on the subject, but that was what happened. Was Trial played Burning Fight, and that had like a crazy video where everyone's diving nonstop.
Yeah.
People do a thing in this kind of music a lot where they try to like recreate the thing, whatever the viral kind of thing is.
And people want us to talk about the FUBU guy. We can get into that in a minute.
Okay. And so people were doing that at this Rumble, and a kid dove and he broke his neck. It was brutal.
That's a nightmare.
That was also when we were loading in and DYS was sound checking. They headlined, I believe. And Dave Smalley he sound checked with, "Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana." But like everyone in the band was like, "Yeah, that sounds pretty good." Like there was no giggling. He sound checked.
Like guys, hang on, I gotta do my
Daylight Come, Me Want to Go Home, or whatever that song is. Yeah.
Daylight, the Calypso.
Unbelievable. FUBU guy. I haven't seen him. I don't really. All I know is he dives and he wears that.
Yeah, I forget where he debuted. Was FYA?
I think it was FYA. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the big one where everybody was like, "Yo, this guy in the FUBU jersey is just diving his ass. He's crazy."
Probably.
And which was awesome.
Yeah.
And now there's like meme pages about it that I don't think he's running. He's still wearing the jersey. I imagine he might listen to the show. You know. I appreciate what you're doing, Mr. FUBU, man. But the culture that he's created,
Yeah.
it's much like a lot of people couldn't get into Typo Negative because of the Typo Negative fan,
Oh, interesting.
Just these freaks. The post FUBU stage dive world that we're living in now is, there's one guy doing it.
Yeah.
The meme page, I don't know if we... even the fucking meme page guy, I think, listens to the show. I can't.
As somebody who, we talk about the Running Man all the time, but like we don't run any of those things. And there's like a Facebook with like tens of thousands of followers for that meme.
I guess they benefit you directly.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't. I mean, do whatever you want, because I'll say this for the FUBU man. From what I've seen, he's just diving. He's not being like, look at me. No, he's doing his thing.
He's rocking. He's there. He's there to enhance the set.
So I'm down.
And I'll never besmirch that.
No, I'm down. That's fine with me.
Yo, here's this next one.
Hit me.
Somebody said to talk about Top Gun Maverick.
I still haven't seen it.
You're a fucking...
But here's why. When it came out, I was, for whatever reason, I wasn't able to see it in the theaters. And I was told you got to see it in the theaters.
It is why you go to the movies.
Exactly.
It is a masterpiece.
So I apologize. I fully planned to see it. I almost watched it on the plane on my phone.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So I
would have killed you dead. Next time you're here, we'll put it up on the big screen. And we'll watch it.
Let's go to the movies. In Tampa.
I don't know that it'll still be in the movies, especially in Tampa.
I know they do.
Well, I would love that. I would love to see it again in theaters.
You know what I was thinking too?
What's that?
It's something that I would love. If anyone's listening has an inn with the castle in Tampa, if that's still there, it's like a goth club. Imagine if we could like go and film, do anything for HardLore at the goth club.
Is that the one that they all hit after the show?
It's got to be.
I know you'll be there, you sick son of a...
Nah.
You'll be
I'm
there.
not. Yeah, I'll be there.
Movies of 2022. What came out that you liked?
The Batman did come out in 2022.
March.
So definitely that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new Knives Out yet.
I just watched it yesterday. I liked it.
I liked it
a lot.
I don't know, dude. The new All Quiet on the Western Front was cool. I don't think I went to the theater this year.
At all?
No, I don't think so.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Not a one time?
I don't believe so.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, I think it was all at home viewing for me this year so far.
What the fuck do you
I still got a few days.
Yeah, what you got? Is there anything in there now you want to see?
I want to see Knives Out for sure. I'll take a gander. I saw Barbarian. That was cool.
Great movie.
I thought that was fun.
Here's a few things that I rated on Letterboxd recently.
Yeah, good call.
I gave Glass Onion 4 stars
It's out of 5.
out of 5. I think the ending falls apart a little bit, but I think it's still great. I think Janelle Monáe.
I think that there was the same problem in the first one.
Nah, the first one is airtight, dude.
I
Rock solid.
maybe from a logistics standpoint, but I don't think the payoff was great. Like
I love the payoff.
But you knew who it was. Like
I didn't. Maybe I'm stupid. You'd think you do, but then they subvert it and then they give it to you. I think with the first one, that last frame of the coffee mug on the balcony is so good.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's perfection.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah.
That payoff to me is great.
She's
oh yeah, she's perfect. She's an angel, right? Ana de Armas. She's a literal angel on earth.
She's Cuban, right?
I don't know.
I believe she's from Cuba.
Angels are Cuban. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, I gave 3.5. Liked it. Violent Night, 3.5. I would give it 3 3/4 if I could. I loved it. Maybe 4.
Really?
Pearl, I gave 3.5. Black Adam. You seen this?
No. I've only heard terrible things.
Dude. How do I describe this movie? It's like Encino Man meets Conan the Barbarian meets, which sounds awesome.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that sounds.
The action is amazing, like every second of it.
Yeah,
and then like everything between it is Morbius. It's the same thing as Morbius. Between the action, you're watching Morbius, but otherwise, the action's great.
Yeah,
but The Rock doing the whole like, my character's stronger than everybody else's is like, is exhausting.
Yeah.
It's.
What is I don't know anything about DC. So Black Adam is whose rival?
Shazam. They were given their powers by the same wizard.
Gotcha.
But Black Adam got him first and used him for naughty stuff, basically. So that's why the wizard gave Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, their powers, and then they became bitter rivals.
Now, why is it Captain Marvel, aka?
Captain Marvel, they can't use the name anymore because
But it was originally Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. The Shazam. Gotcha. So Black Adam is insane.
What'd you give it?
They cut out I gave it 2 stars.
Okay.
Great post credits that now means nothing.
Right.
And then I gave Don't Worry Darling 1.5. What a pile of shit.
That Elvis movie came out. I liked that.
You liked the Elvis?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Wow. Everybody fucking. I didn't see it. And I love Elvis.
Yeah, I love Elvis. I thought it was fun. It was pretty intense, pretty gritty at times. It was good. I liked it.
You got it here. Finally, somebody liked Elvis, and his name is Bo Lueders. Why can't I look up movies I've watched?
I don't know.
Letterboxd fucking sucks. It's actual garbage. It's crazy.
Trying to think. I just started 1923 for anybody who is into Yellowstone or 1883.
I haven't watched 1883 or that. Okay.
Dude, it's Harrison Ford.
I know. It's crazy.
Pretty dope.
Everything Everywhere was this year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Did you see it?
No, I was afraid to cry.
What?
I heard it's like a tear movie. Like you cry.
You're being a pussy about potentially being a pussy? That's pussy squared. You're pussy squared. You were pre-pussy about Everything Everywhere. You're like, I might get emotional about this, so I can't.
Sometimes there are movies that I'll get a vibe that I don't think I'm like in the right headspace for. Yeah,
I understand that.
Then fuck off.
No.
Yeah.
No. This isn't a pre-pussy movie though. This isn't a PP squared movie.
I can be mistaken. Yeah. But I was under that impression. So step the fuck off is what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
But here's the thing.
But do you see what I'm saying?
You don't like a beautiful message?
I do, but is it sad?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a beautiful message. I don't yeah, no. There's nothing you don't have to worry about that. Somebody
Did the Northman come out? The
Yeah,
Northman.
that was-
Northman. That kid.
the Northman was
The
was
Northman
2022.
came out, man.
It was good. I don't know that I'll ever watch it again.
Exactly. It wasn't amazing. It was good. Pretty violent. Fun. Ethan Hawke was pretty dope.
Oh, he's great, dude.
Bjork.
Dude, the Black Phone was this year.
Oh, yeah. That was
Oh
fun.
my god,
I didn't.
great movie.
I'll tell you, when I started watching it, I didn't think there was going to be like murder. Like I really, you know what I mean? Like I thought it was just going to be like implied. It was a dark
Yeah,
movie.
it's very dark.
It was
And
good
that,
though.
That he was like, there was like some sex stuff potentially.
Yeah,
with these
yeah.
kids too. There's a
Prey
lot.
came out too.
Prey is so sick.
Prey was awesome. I had a
Prey was so
great
good.
time.
Prey's like the second best Predator.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, the Predator starting at like Snake, bigger thing, and then human. It was like a video game.
It was very clearly like, oh, this is the first one.
so sick.
Like this is the first time one of these came here, and then they realized like, yo, humans are worthy. We should come back and try to hunt them.
So cool.
That's badass.
Yeah, it's badass. That was a lot of fun. I should watch that again.
Smile. Did you like Smile? Did you see Smile?
I didn't see Smile because I heard
love
it.
Smile.
What was it good? Was it good?
I loved Smile.
The marketing shit was incredible.
It was so good.
The trailer scared me.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
okay, so there's like a horror trope that I historically shit on,
Yeah.
and it's called "the ghost is trauma."
Uh-huh.
That's my expression for it. Where
It's like, oh.
it's like the ghost was actually trauma all along.
Okay.
You know, where it's like, oh, I wasn't haunted, I'm traumatized.
Do you have an example of that?
So that movie, I think it's called The Lodge, with the little fucker from It and some other person. The little fucker from It is in the lodge, and one of the little fuckers from It. His name is fucking Cooper Jekyll or something. I don't know what his name is, but he's the he's a little fucker from the lodge. And the twist is literally that the ghost is trauma. You know, there's no ghost, it's just trauma.
Yeah.
And with Smile, I was worried
Yeah.
that the ghost would be trauma. And then it is, and you're not in it, but in a way where you're like,
Okay.
this rocked.
Did you ever see Identity?
Who's in Identity?
Cusack, Ray Liotta,
Oh, yes.
where they're in a motel
Yes.
and people start dying. Dude,
It's good stuff.
love that movie.
Yeah.
Very fun thriller for
The
anyone.
ghost is not trauma.
No. Something else.
Beyond Orange Chicken at Panda. Have you had that?
Haven't had it. Why would I?
Why
No,
would
no
I?
offense.
That's what I'm saying.
They got a double wide tray of regular orange chicken waiting for
The biggest vat you've ever seen.
like.
Yo,
are they just,
dude,
Yeah.
when it's fresh,
Oh, dude.
when you walk in and they're filling up the bowl.
Yeah. Oh my god. And you just
But I will say, lately, and to any pandistas listening to this, you need to step up.
uh-oh.
They've been harsh with them servings lately.
Oh, the sizes.
It makes me not want to go.
Yeah, because it should be 1, 2, 3. Pack it down.
Yeah, pack it down, and if it's unpacked in any way, add another piece.
Yeah.
I got told, and a lot of time I'll go like, could you
You know more.
do one more? And they're like, yeah. They get it.
Yeah.
But lately, it's been like, sorry, this is the serving.
Chipotle did that for a minute, where it was like 1 ladle is what you get, and they've stopped.
Have they?
They've stopped when I do go in person. They'll do 1 big ladle and then like a few more, which is what they used to always do. But there was like a year period where it was like, this is the serving size. This is 6
Well, they
ounces or
need
whatever.
to do something to fight the fucking. What is it? What do they got in the lettuce? Ebola.
Yeah, they
They got Ebola in the lettuce.
Yeah,
They got to fight that scandal somehow. They got to
Somehow.
pick up the servings.
I never got any E. coli or anything like that. Knock wood.
Knock wood.
Yeah.
Turnstile and Taco Bell commercials.
Amazing, coolest thing ever.
Goated.
It's the coolest thing ever. There is no other
Yeah.
commercial I would want to be in. Like,
No, 100%.
that's the
And
coolest thing ever.
They've been Taco Bell has been subconsciously fueling hardcore for generations now.
Yeah, how true is that?
Now it's conscious.
They're
you know?
aware. They're
They're
fully.
So that's good shit.
Speaking
Jeremy
of good
from
shit,
Touche guest appearance in the Weird Al movie. Haven't seen the Weird Al movie.
I haven't seen that either.
Love me some Jeremy. Love Weird Al. Love Radcliffe.
I was just gonna say,
Top 3 Weird Al tracks.
I have no time. You're gonna hate this, but I have no time in my life for musical comedy whatsoever.
You don't even like Lonely Island or anything?
I don't know what that is.
You never seen Popstar?
Is that-
Never Stop, Never Stopping? With Andy Samberg and
No,
you've never seen Popstar.
sorry, no.
I can't believe this has never come up on the show before.
I've told you this before that I don't hate. I actually think Weird Al is cool. Like I like him.
You don't fuck with Amish Paradise, bro?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah, but that's you do then.
No. But like I have never, and I've only ever heard or seen that by accident. I would never.
But
sit
every
down.
time you see it by accident, you're like, there's nothing better than this in the
But
world.
like I got the joke. I got it, and I was over it the first time. You know.
What about Fat?
Yeah.
You like Fat?
I mean, I know it. I had Running with Scissors when I was a kid.
Shamu. Like that.
I think he's hilarious. I think he's very funny. You know what I mean? It's just not.
Dude, the video with the beginning, the guy, you ain't fat. You ain't fat. That's good shit. You got to watch Popstar.
When we did the, you'll like this. I probably have told you before. When we did the At the Gates tour, the tour manager, Melissa, had just gotten off a 2-year Weird Al tour. Mm-hmm. And she said that and she was wearing every day a Weird Al, Melissa, embroidered track jacket, you know?
Fucking badass.
And she said that his crew are the best. It's the best environment that she did it for 2 years.
I would wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah.
You got to watch Popstar.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would say you should watch it. I'm telling you, no joke.
I would sooner watch Annie.
Without exaggeration, Bo. It is the best comedy of the 2010s.
But it's a musical?
No. It's a mockumentary.
Oh, okay.
It's like Spinal Tap, but about
Oh.
a Justin Bieber-esque.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll watch that.
It's literally
Okay.
about touring.
Great. I thought you were saying it's even though I did like La La Land, I thought you were saying it was something like that, like a narrative musical kind of a thing.
No.
But I did
it's-
like La La Land.
The song, but you will hear in the movie that
Yeah, like
the
Spinal Tap.
songs, yeah, they're fake songs, but they are
Hilarious.
A, incredible,
Yeah.
B, hilarious, C, so brilliant.
Okay, I'll watch that.
The main song in the movie is called Finest Girl, parentheses, Bin Laden song. And he sings this song about this girl that wants him to fuck her like the US government fucked Bin Laden. And in the song, he's like, I don't get what she's saying, but I'm going to do it.
Oh my god.
So you got to watch Popstar.
Okay.
Best comedy of the 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sent a picture of a double Big Mac. I've had it many times.
What'd you think?
Love it. Huge
Okay.
fan. I would double it every time if I could. It
McRib's gone.
What?
It's
What'd you
gone. The McRib.
Forever?
Mm-hmm.
Tour's over?
It's over.
Wow.
Their final set for me was Boston. I had the last one there.
You did. That was the last one ever sold.
Ever.
Top 10 moments in HardLore.
Oh, that's fun.
That is fun.
Let's see. Definitely we've got, well, I don't know if I could do 10, but
Ten's
we
a
could do a handful. You guys haven't seen it yet, but the next HauntLore coming out.
Yeah.
The ending is just outstanding.
It's good stuff.
It's outstanding. That was cool. When we did the first HauntLore and that kid knew us,
Yeah, that was good.
that was funny.
Yeah.
I've really liked the Q&As, like what we're doing right now.
Love this stuff.
It's so much fun to me.
Just no
And
pressure, and it's just the boys. You know?
The Christmas one,
Love the
fucking
Christmas one.
amazing. Even though, what's funny is I remember you saying that you felt like you could tell you get sleepy, and I watched it back, and by the end of it, you definitely are just
I'm so tired. I was so,
So
tired.
sleepy.
When we were recording that, it was crazy. I don't know what was. I was sick. I was like
and
mid,
you would
mid
eat
illness.
donuts.
I only donuts, right? Not a real meal. I was 6 donuts deep in that video. So if you go back and watch the Christmas one, just know that I was a half a dozen Krispy Kremes deep.
You can watch Colin's eyes get heavier and heavier throughout the episode. It's amazing.
They start to set after the presents.
That was really fun. And you know what? Probably like flying out to Sound and Fury, like very last minute.
Yeah, that was cool. That was just like, hey, what if we did this? That'd be crazy. And then that became like the rest of our year.
Yeah. And already a lot of this upcoming quarter.
The FaceTime with Klippa in the Justice episode.
Oh, man.
Is one of my favorite HardLore moments of all time.
Calling the front desk at the hotel.
That was good.
That was good.
Dude, the whole Furnace Fest recap episode.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
The you in the bathroom recording.
It was perfect storm.
The knock on the door story that we still don't know the answer to.
Still don't know. We'll never know. And it's like, but here's the thing: we've traveled together since.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no tomfoolery or shenanigans like that.
Yeah, but we don't always know each other's room. Like this was different.
I went to your room in Boston.
Yeah,
I was in there.
Yeah,
I didn't know your room number
at the Tutwiler. I mean, we talked about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll talk about it again because I won't be slandered on my own show. You know, I won't have it by this man that is pussy squared about everything.
I just heard it was like a like Gone Girl, just like an intense, like sad movie.
No, dude, it is the most fantastical, visually insane thing.
Cool, great.
And it's like it's a mother-daughter story over everything.
Okay.
Everywhere. But then the dad stuff is like ends up being, and dude, it's fucking Data from Temple of Doom growing up.
Oh, really?
Or not Data, Short Round. Data from Goonies.
But also Data.
Yeah. And he's like amazing and he's perfect in it.
Okay.
It's great.
I'll watch it.
Any other HardLore moments come to mind?
Don't call me pussy squared, I swear to God.
You know, okay, we can't make it a thing.
That's going to be it. I mean, it's too late. It's too late.
Don't. If you're listening to this, don't do it. Okay?
I don't think so.
It's just they're all good moments. You know?
I'm really starting to. I will say, Colin, I'm really starting to like the longer in-person interviews.
It's fun because they're all kind of impromptu. You know?
Yeah,
we never know. There's never a plan.
But they're always like, "Oh, this rocks."
Yeah,
like they're always like
and that's why they go long. It's because we're just like
the Mark one, the Colin one, the Sealy one.
That one's good.
Yeah,
I'm excited for people to hear that one. Very fun. Harm's Way playing shows again. Is that exciting?
Yeah. It felt really good. We have a fest in mid-February in Orlando. I don't know if anybody's going to be there. It's kind of like, it's not really like a hardcore fest or anything. It's like I forget even who's headlining, but it's just kind of like a one-off that we got offered that's going to make sense. And there's some other stuff coming up that we're both going to be playing, I believe. But like, so I'm really looking forward to that. But I really, I'm ready to get back in the van for a couple more tours.
The seal is broken. It's time.
Yeah, that felt really good. Playing felt really good.
It looked and sounded really good.
It felt really good.
And it's like, and this is not, I'm not knocking other bands here, but like clearly you guys have played so much more, and you guys practice every week to this day. You guys sounded professional in a way that not many bands do.
Which felt good, and that was just house sound. We don't have like a sound guy or anything. So
yeah, and you know that I would never blow a wisp of smoke up your ass. I would suck it. I would sooner suck it out than blow it up your ass. You know, Brawl Out. Should we talk about that?
Yeah,
the All Out Brawl, AEW All Out Brawl.
I would love to talk about that.
For those not initiated in wrestling lore, I know that a lot of you listening don't give a fuck about that, but this relates to wrestling because CM Punk is a straight edge warrior. After their biggest pay-per-view of the year, CM Punk goes on the microphone live at a media scrum and
with the belt,
with the championship broken. He's injured. He's not feeling good, but he just won this match, and then he goes and burns the whole place down.
Yeah,
he goes and airs all this like secret stuff, that is in a way that and gets the wrestling world talking about a real thing in a way that hasn't been done since the Montreal Screwjob in 1997.
Or his own pipe bomb.
Or his own pipe bomb thing. But that was like,
Yeah.
that was, if that happened on WWE TV, therefore it was like, oh, okay, there has to be some air of
totally
fictitiousness to this.
Yeah.
This thing was like, that boss of the company is sitting next to him looking uncomfortable as he's saying all this stuff. And the fallout to this is still ensuing to this day. I have no personal connection to the matter. I don't know nothing that none of y'all don't know.
Yeah.
I hope that there's money to be made out of this and that he comes back and that he and the Elite can have a nice little program together and make some money.
Imagine the comeback. And like, here's the thing. I miss most of Punk's career, period. Because I was out of wrestling by the time he was in WWE. I was long gone.
Right.
I was at his comeback in Chicago, and I've been, a fan of wrestling, for the last couple of years again. So like, I was so disappointed. Just that, like, I didn't get to see this dude do a bunch of cool stuff.
Oh.
So I really hope, I agree with you, I really hope that, like, there's something, or that it's all a work, and none of it happened.
That part seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Due to, like, lawyers and stuff and whatever being involved.
But, like, also...
But, like, if you just have a conversation, you can make millions of dollars off this
so much money.
That's my stance.
Like so like imagine like MJF is on a crazy tyrannical run, does some dastardly thing, and there's a Punk comeback. Oh,
yeah, they would blow. The roof would explode.
But is he like broken? Like
he was for a minute, and then he wrestled again, and it was awesome. So who knows? I feel he's fucking straight edge, bro. He's invincible.
Apparently not.
No. Superman's invincible, but even he has his kryptonite. You seen that meme?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. I'll put it in here. Kryptonite. Wingstop chicken sandwich. Somebody said you had it yet?
I haven't. I have not had it yet. I'm open to it.
Oh my God. That reminds me. Wingstop has Golden Carolina barbecue now.
What is that? Is that like sweet?
It's unreal.
Yeah,
it is. It's like a mustardy barbecue. Dude, you have to get it tonight.
I could.
You have to order it tonight. As soon as we wrap, I need to see you place the order.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's unbelievable.
Okay.
To the point where even Lana had a boneless one. And I ate the boneless one and was still like, this is something else.
It's Tuesday too, so there's a deal tonight. I think it is boneless wing night, actually.
It is. I don't adhere to any of that. I do my thing. I eat my wings. I can carry on. I don't worry about what's going on there. The deals are for other people. Dude, do you go to AMC? Is that your primary theater?
Regal.
Do they have a program or something?
Yeah, they have some kind of bullshit. Yeah.
You don't do it?
It's not a great theater. So, dude, the ArcLight going away sucked.
It's one of the worst things to happen in human history.
Yeah, it sucked. I really liked going there. We were part of the thing and blah blah blah, and it was easy to get to.
Founder's Circle, brother.
So, is it gone everywhere?
It's gone everywhere. Apparently, Hollywood is coming back as ArcLight.
Okay.
Because that's the Cinerama Dome. It's like the most famous theater in the world or whatever.
Yeah.
Other than the Grauman's Chinese one.
You put me onto it.
I did. But I will say AMC Stubs makes it definitely lessens the blow.
It's like 3 a month?
3 movies a week, bro.
That's
for $24 a month.
That's crazy.
3 movies a week.
That's crazy.
Why would you not do that?
Yeah.
And there's still people who just go to the movies without that at AMC.
I've told you the story that I got my AMC card the day it stopped.
Oh, your movie pass card.
I got that. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it was called. I got the movie pass card the day that it was like, hey, this is done now.
Wow.
I was late to the game.
Poetry. Pure poetry. I love Stubbs. And the Porter Ranch location where I might be sharing a little too much. The Porter Ranch location is the one from the Nicole Kidman ad in the beginning of every movie.
No way. Have you ever seen that spliced in with the sex scene from House of Gucci?
No.
She's like sitting and it's just Lady Gaga being like, ah. And she's like, it's fucking so funny.
It is the theater I go to specifically is the one where heartbreak feels good in the place like.
Gotcha.
Disgrace returned to the stage. That was amazing.
That was awesome. They killed it. They played the perfect amount of songs. They played my favorite song right in the middle. Yeah. They killed it. Taylor sounded great.
He sure did. He didn't throw up?
He didn't throw up?
I heard a little, but he'll never tell you. But I know what I heard. And I heard it every time. Somebody asked top 3 albums of the year. Do you have 3 that you love?
It's so tough, dude. I don't. I'm very, very bad at keeping up with new music. To the point where it's like a fault of mine.
Wow. Let's look up some lists.
Yeah.
Best hardcore albums 2022.
I definitely saw some like.
Oh, dude, Pain into Power, Terror.
Incredible. Oh. Like what? Having that record that late in your tenure as a band.
It's insane.
Also, Todd playing. I can't find the list I was looking at. Todd playing with them was really cool. Mm-hmm. For the children, like that, we didn't even mention that, but like that was really cool to see. You know what?
Oh. I was just thinking about when we saw him outside.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him.
He was fucking.
He was straight up Marvel movie incognito.
Incognito,
like,
yeah,
I could
like
not.
Hat and glasses, and it was like. I remember I said, "What's up?" And he was like, "What's up?" And then he saw you, and like you were just like, I remember I was like, "Dude, it's TXJ."
Yeah.
I forgot that the X is gone. I gotta remember. Gridiron, Age of Apocalypse.
Did that Speed record come out this year?
Yeah, that's an EP though, bro.
That's an EP. Dead Body, Zeus.
There we go.
Like,
I was waiting for you to say it. I was like, damn, this guy fucking hates me.
I said the High Vis record is probably my number one.
Totally fair.
Really enjoy it.
I haven't absorbed it. I've listened to it, but I haven't heard it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Every Time I Die breaking up.
Was that this year?
I think that was this year. Because the last show was the season.
Oh, right. Yeah, so it stands to reason. Yeah, that was
that rhymed.
Really was.
Good job.
It really did. Yeah. Tid the season stands to reason. It's a bummer. Every Time I Die was a band that I looked up to in an example sense. They were a band that any band in hardcore or adjacent would love to have been in their position. They can fill rooms. They can play anything. You could play any fest, any show, any tour. It doesn't matter. They rocked. They sounded great. You know what I mean? Great, excellent group of people. Good ethos on them and everything from my experience with everybody. And I really only keep up with Andy. And
I only know Andy. I don't know.
Yeah, Andy. Yeah. And I got to see him really briefly the other night, and like I love that guy like an older brother, truly, because he was just like so forthcoming and giving and easy.
They are the entity that if you come across them in the touring scape at all, they're like, please let us help you.
Yeah. I wonder if any, like, I feel like every band I know who's toured with them has been like, oh yeah, they're the best. Like, there's no
best ever.
Super DIY, super down. So that whole thing, especially with it being like pretty public and just kind of messy and not at all, I'm sure, how any of them would have wanted things to go. And that's a bummer. And, we had super early on, was it like the 3rd episode?
I think it was the third one we recorded. Yeah.
Right. Is with Andy. So if you guys want to go back and hear his actual thoughts on it, go back and listen to it because he talks about it pretty openly.
He was very generous.
With
this new upstart.
It sucks that I understand why that band had to stop, and like I've heard enough to know like okay, that was probably a good thing that it stopped for everyone involved. But it sucks that band is not still out there just like rocking.
Yeah, like whatever. Despite all things, that's the saddest part.
I have a framed print on one of my walls of their van with a trailer in the mountains that Goose, the drummer, took a picture of and sold. And I just like liked it because it like encapsulates. It's like stars, mountains, and a van with the lights on. And there's like someone vaguely sitting in a bench that you can see through the dome light. And it's just like it's like, yeah, that's what it feels like. You feel like you're on a little spaceship when you're touring. And they were like the symbol of that, just road warriors, you know?
We're Andy Williams guys.
Stand hards.
First and foremost.
First, Butch, big Butch.
We're with Andy, wherever he's going. We're with him.
Don't matter.
I need to know who shit in the turnstile pit. This was very controversial.
Where was that?
At Bay Area. That had to have been 2020. No, that was 2021 for sure.
Had to have been
because that was before the God's Hate record release in October at the same venue.
Aha. So it was you.
No,
you did the shit.
No, that was before we played there.
You planted. You did a treasure map and buried your own shit.
That's not. No, they were first.
I understand.
I couldn't have pooped.
No.
At the show, I wasn't there, but please believe me.
Yeah, I don't know who fucking dude. We had a shit thing the other night for the children. A dog.
Oh my god, no! That's the
bow. You think it was human shit?
I'm sorry to tell you that Sophia told me it was human. Yeah, it was human. There was a dog in the venue earlier, but it never went down there. A man pooped on the floor of the green room.
I touched
for the children.
I had it on my hands.
You had it on your hands. It was a man's poop. There was McDonald's in there, Burger King, tamales, you name it.
That really makes me bummed out.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And Nick from Harm's Way was standing there while she was telling me it was human, and he just kept going, "Don't say it's human. Don't say it's human." It was sure human.
He picked up Chris's kick pedals.
Yeah.
To help him bring him to the upstairs stage and just got it fully on his hands. So
it is. I mean, I stepped on it in my Chicago Jordan 1s.
Yeah.
That's way worse than being on your hand. Yeah. That's irreplaceable.
And what's funny too is I heard that it made its way to that upper
everywhere.
Stage too. It was everywhere.
Is remarkable how far poop can go. With the will, you could take inspiration from that in some ways, you know. That with the right will and then the right foot steps on you, any piece of shit can go far.
Go to the top floor.
So don't be afraid to shit.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know about the turnstile thing. Like, what are you gonna
do? Yeah. Okay. Somebody asked about Bo sending fucked up audio. You want to explain? It's been a while.
It's been a while. I've been good, right?
You've been great.
There's a few steps that have to be done. And doing this kind of stuff, especially audio, can be really tricky. Not everything just like works together. So as
we proved to ourselves when setting up my camera share at the beginning of this, nothing works the same way twice.
Yeah. Quite literally, not everything is plug and play like it's supposed to be and blah, blah, blah. So in layman's terms, I'm recording onto an SD card in the Rodecaster Pro 2. I export that. I send that to Colin through the multitrack so I can have just my audio and the soundboard.
The guys, yeah.
And sometimes I was using, in order to compile and export, I tried Ableton, and I swear to God, Ableton and Reaper both fucked me, which then fucked you.
Mostly fucked me up.
Mostly fucked you. And what would happen is I would sit there for like 30 minutes while it compiled and everything and like walk away and then just set it, assuming that it worked, and I didn't check it and it didn't work. Now I use Audacity. Works every time.
Love the audacity of not using Audacity before.
We do backup recordings too, so we're recording into OBS as well. And Colin is recording onto Zoom as well. So we're actually triple
Because
back.
if he doesn't send me nothing, I still have this.
He has this, yeah. So it won't sound quite as good, but it's usually what we do for guests as well. Yeah. So blah blah blah. But I don't know. It makes me feel like an idiot. I don't do it on purpose.
You're not. I mean, tech stuff is hard. Okay, you're doing.
It's just really frustrating when things don't work the same way twice.
Yeah, it's like
that doesn't.
It's not user error at that point. It's like it's something's fault.
Something, yeah, exactly. So that can just be really frustrating.
There's a lot of that, but there's been less of that. So the show is pretty fucking airtight.
We've been pretty good with audio.
Yeah, this will be the best looking episode ever, too. Yeah, other than the in-person ones.
Yeah. What's next?
That's it for the Twitter stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited about what we have kind of coming up, and like who knows what we have. You know, that's like part of the fun about what the.
I want to go to Chicago.
Oh yeah,
I think I should do that. Yeah. Can I stay with you?
Of course. I got a nice couch.
God, never mind. You got a hotel nearby?
No. You know, Chicago is like LA in that like any hotels kind of downtown you wouldn't. It would either be crazy expensive or you just wouldn't want to stay there.
There's no like Polish family in your building that is.
There is an empty second floor that I can get you into.
There we go.
And
It'll
then
be an
all the other hotels
Airbnb soon, as you said. You know?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Colin? Wrap the year up. Just wrap it up. Put a bow on it.
2022 was HardLore time, baby.
Yeah,
2023 hopefully still is.
I think it will be.
Yeah, anybody's. That's why we were psyched when in a week an episode got 1,000.
1,000
between video and audio. We'd be like, we hit 1,000, baby.
Yeah.
We're clearing 10K, no problem. Throughout in the span of a week now, sometimes depending on the guest, and that just feels crazy. It's not lost on us, you know.
No, we text each other constantly,
just through stats, you know. Yeah. Yo, this one's crushing this one. That's crazy. You know what? We're still in kind of like disbelief mode.
Yeah.
What is your like dream scenario for this show?
For us?
Yeah.
It is a weekly thing like this. Mm-hmm. Maybe just us every week. But then
in person with guests.
What my dream idea is a mix between Insomniac with Dave Attell and like Ghost Hunters combined.
God.
I would love to go to a city. I think we said this before, but like a city like Louisville or something, right? We watch Knock Loose play. We go to eat at their favorite spot, and then we go check out a scary thing or like the thing to do, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be scary, but that would be fun.
I think the next HauntLore is the closest thing to that
very close
vision.
We had a pretty good meal there too. Well, the one item,
the roll,
the lobster.
Everything
roll
else was garbage for sure. But what can you do? But the roll was damn good.
The lobster roll was fun.
You have any closing thoughts from For the Children or 2022 that you want to leave the people with?
For the Children is it the coolest fest? I know it wasn't always like a fest, right? It was.
So I played the very first one.
Yeah.
And from the beginning, it was just What inspires me is it's like these outcasts that get side eyes and looks everywhere else they go in the world, you know, by people who aren't doing 1% of what they're doing to help people in need, you know. The scary guys whose reputations as being scary and aggressive or whatever are doing this for truly no other reason than to give back to people. And that's
I mean, even without having played, like every year, seeing the pictures of like the drop off, the kids getting their toys, like that stuff is just
Dude,
like
it's the best thing ever.
seeing a kid pumped because he's got a Nerf gun. Because that's the cool thing too, is there's no like, make sure it's like dinosaurs and things that are like.
No, there's emphasis on like, hey, make sure there's things that teenagers would be psyched about because kids of all ages are going to be getting these things.
So cool.
It's important.
It is genuinely very important and very cool. And it was a pleasure. He had asked us a few times and it just didn't work out scheduling wise, blah, blah, blah. So it felt really good to play and to like be well received and
dude,
be treated well and everything. It was great.
I don't think, I know I stressed a little bit in the last episode how good the Harm's Way set was, but dude, it was unbelievable. It
was really good. We don't typically get stage dives. We don't typically get like sing-alongs. We're kind of a horseshoe band.
Yeah.
But if the room is full, there's nowhere to go, baby. And it often is so good. So that was a lot of fun.
I'm just looking to see if I missed any here.
It definitely ending the year on like a high note. You do anything for New Year's? Do you give a shit about New Year's?
Fuck New Year's.
I hate New Year's.
It's the worst holiday of the year.
It is the worst. I would rather legitimately celebrate Valentine's Day.
Oh, all
like
day, dude.
I don't
chocolate?
care. Yeah, chocolate?
Yo, what's your favorite chocolate treat?
Like all of them?
One single one. You're like, I need a chocolate thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to the store. You're at CVS. What are you grabbing?
Twix.
Twix is classic.
It's classic. It's. Oh no! You know what? I lied. I just remembered my go-to Reese's Sticks.
Oh, I love a Reese's stick.
Holy shit!
Yo, have you had the white chocolate Kit Kat?
Yeah. Outstanding.
Oh, hold on, I'll be right back. Many people call it the holiday season. Many people call it Christmas season. In the young household, it's Lindor truffle season.
Oh, buddy.
The milk chocolate Lindor truffle.
What is in there?
Chocolate. Milk chocolate. Whatever it is, they should keep it up. The Lindor truffle is the best candy sweet treat of all time.
That's your number one chocolate thing?
Number one with nothing comes close. I would say the closest thing would be the Snickers ice cream bar.
That thing, you know what's funny? I don't like Snickers, like normal Snickers. I'm just not a peanut guy. The ice cream bar, I love. Yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
I don't know
but
what
it's like Lindor truffle, Snickers ice cream bar, Twix,
everything.
Kit Kat.
Yeah.
You know what I like? I like them keto Reese's, the fake ones.
Oh, dude. I ate too many of those one time and I got.
You shitted?
Oh my God.
Nothing
yourself? Nothing makes me go more than sugar alcohols. Like
sugar-free stuff is it's a diuretic. It's awesome. But when you're doing keto, you need it.
Yeah.
That's what got me into coffee.
Really?
I wasn't a coffee guy before I needed it as a utility on keto. Because you're so blocked up that the one coffee I had per day is like the one time I shit per day.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was catastrophic every time.
I think my big four is Twix, Kit Kat. I love Kit Kat. Reese's Sticks. And then, dude, maybe controversial. I love Three Musketeers.
Yeah, I never think about Three Musketeers.
I know. But, dude, you know what I really like? And this is funny to say, too, is like sometimes like Halloween candy fun size.
Yeah.
Little.
We talked about this briefly in like around Halloween time. Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
I would say Lindor truffle number 1. Snickers ice cream bar number 2. Hershey's Cookies and Cream number 3. And what is it? I think it's the marzipan. It's like the milk chocolate Riedersport.
Oh yeah, with the marzipan in it.
Not the marzipan one. The milk chocolate, milk chocolate Riedersport.
There's a Rittersport with like the a butter cracker in the
cracker
chocolate.
one is very, very good.
That. Oh.
Rittersport, for lack of a better word,
Yeah.
go dummy hard.
It's like the one good thing about Germany.
Is getting a Rittersport.
You walk into that gas station and there's a wall.
You ever have
everything.
Arrow?
No.
Dude, I think it's in Canada and Europe, and it's Arrow. It's Arrow. It's
Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The air bubbles.
Yeah. Those
So
are
when
good.
as soon as it touches your tongue, it just evaporates.
Just evaporates. Yeah.
So good.
When I was a kid, I liked Butterfinger a lot. I don't really like them anymore. Hurts my teeth.
They just make me think of Bart Simpson.
Totally. Yeah.
So, anyway, that's it for this week. That's it for 2022. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next year.
Ooh, better luck next year.
Bye.